16 years leading some of the most hard-headed and stubborn people in the world that are called United States Marines. We have a tendency of getting things done. Not just leading Marines, but leading in business. I've been a business executive for 12, almost 13 years. I'm an executive with Cintas Corporation, where I have 212 employees and over 13 frontline managers and supervisors that I've managed for over 7 years here in the state of New York. In fact, when I went from being a reservist, from active duty to reservist, the first place my company sent me was up here at Landover, Maryland, to turn that Cintas Corporation, 33,000 square feet, top line of 23.5 million, to turn it around. There were 340 out of 350 locations. And we brought it up to, I guess, top 7, almost top 10% of Cintas locations nationwide. One of our clients that we almost left was Car America, whose prestigious founder, CEO, president, all those one of these is here with me tonight. We almost lost his business. I had to work really, really hard to save it because our customer service was just that bad. But we managed to get it turned around. On top of the business experience, on top of the military experience, I also have quite a bit of nonprofit experience. Leadership experience. And then, of course, I have to get at least half of an attaboy for raising 4 teenage daughters. Yeah. 4 teenage daughters with a female cat in the house. Somebody's been praying for me, yes. You're going to invest in this campaign because you're getting a governor with leadership. You're getting a governor that understands his place in the world because his 4 daughters have taught him well that he is to remain humble at all times. And you're getting a governor that is an absolute, authentic Marine Corps officer who loves his family. And I just want to make sure I say this. I haven't been married to anybody but her, and all 4 of our girls are ours. Just throwing that out there. Just throwing that out there. And we don't have any anywhere else, do we? I've been deployed a lot. I just don't know. Maybe sure, but I'm not anywhere else. So, and as a Marine stationed at the Pentagon, I have a TSSCI clearance. The only reason I tell you that is because most of you all that have military background know that in order to get that type of clearance, they go back all the way to your 2nd and 3rd grade teacher. Yeah. So there's nothing they can find on me. They can make some stuff up, but there's nothing they can find on me. I'm extremely boring. My idea of fun is playing candy poker with my 4 daughters so they can take all my candy. So to that end, this is the reason why we are where we are. This is my reason for waking up every morning outside those 4 girls. There was a time when I didn't appreciate her as much, Lori, because I had 4 daughters that loved me to pieces. I didn't realize how significant a value she become until they all became teenagers and left me for other boys. I truly, truly, truly appreciate the opportunity to stand here before you and be in front of you. I thank you all for coming on behalf of this draft and being here. And I ask you to please, the next person coming up to speak, give him your attention. He's a gentleman, and I know he's going to be introduced. Jerry's going to take care of that, but I want to say my own words about Dr. Carson because I've had a chance to be on a panel with him. We were on Hannity last week on a Monday night special. Thank you. Of course, I didn't get a chance to speak as often as he did. So he got all of it. He gets all, everywhere we go, he gets all the attention. I'm just the guy in the back, trying to buy him for a couple words or two. But the level of respect. The honor. I saw the movie Gifted Hands. In fact, when I told my daughters about this reception, I said, Dr. Carson, don't worry. I said, Dr. Carson is coming to give some words at a reception for me. One of the first words out of their mouth is, Dr. Ben Carson? Dr. Ben? I said, yes, honey. Oh, can we? Now, they never like to go to any of my functions. They never like to come to hear their daddy speak. Dr. Carson, can we come in? Can we go? Can you come? I'm thinking, what about me? We just want to get a picture with them. I said, just get a picture with me. It's not the same thing, Daddy. We want a picture with Dr. Carson. You gotta be kidding me. At first, Dr. Carson, I was a bit upset about that. I'll be honest with you. I don't like anyone to take my own girl's attention and affection from me, but you for somehow you got it. And I remember when he, and some of y'all remember this, when he gave some words at the National Prayer Breakfast. And I received the email on it, and my girls are homeschooled. My girls are homeschooled Monday through Friday by their homeschool teacher. And I am the principal. And it was 12:30 in the afternoon. I made them stop what they were doing, come downstairs in the kitchen, and watch the entire program. I said, listen to what he's saying. This is beautiful. Listen to his words. Isn't it wonderful? And my girls are conservative, so they're smiling ear to ear. Wow. Then it's the next words. Daddy, how come you didn't get invited? So well, I forgot that. That's probably why you want his autograph and not my autograph. But Dr. Carson needs to know from my lips to his ears that my family has an absolute engaging respect for him and his family. His beautiful wife, which she had a chance to get to know at the, not even 2 hours ago, she is adamant. And let her sing for you if she will. Let her sing. Let her sing. If Dr. Carson, let her sing. But he needs to know from my lips to his ears that we love his family. And I know Armstrong hadn't told him this, but we're hoping to get him involved in a Lollar administration, if possible, in 2014. For Dr. Carson, but only because of how much respect. In fact, I might even follow him if he decides to do it. But I love him to pieces. I mean that sincerely. And wait when because somebody wants to introduce you and do a better job than I can. Thank you, sir, for being here.
When you get elected, will we have to call you governor, or can we call you by your first name? Awesome. I will briefly introduce our next speaker, who does not need a great deal of introduction, but instead of telling you things you already know, I'd like to tell you something even that Dr. Carson doesn't know. We heard of Dr. Carson about 10 or 12 years ago. I have a son who has learning disability. We've never asked where they come from. That's been pretty obvious. But he had the privilege to be at the Lab School of Washington. And he asked one day at school, he says, we can learn here. He can learn, we teach you through the arts until your brain matures and you can learn in a traditional manner. He goes, well, why does my brain work like other people's brains? And they go, let's study the greatest pediatric brain surgeon on the planet. And they read about Dr. Ben Carson.
Wow.
Then my son writes about Dr. Ben Carson, and he read a letter to Dr. Ben Carson. And Dr. Ben Carson comes to the school and talks to them. Now, what he did for those students then is he, like the prayer of St. Francis of Assisi, is that he helped to replace their despair with hope. And this man is now, from coast to coast, for all of us, replacing our despair with hope. That's an operation that the doctor has done not with his world-famous brain or hand-eye coordination, but with something that's even bigger than that, his heart. Please welcome Dr. Ben Carson.